My parents never understood my dreams, and sometimes it felt like rejection from their end. The no wasn't just a word, it became a voice of fear in my head.
Most of parents know come from not a place of hate but a place of love and protection.
My parents said no. For many of us, those four words aren't just a rejection. They are a fear that quietly holds us back, and usually for years. Welcome back to the Kntv talk show, where we talk about real stories, relatability, lifestyle, and community. And today we are on the second episode of the show. I'm joined here by two amazing guests who will be sharing their honest opinions about youth based on this topic. We'll be having a very emotional and very deep conversation on this topic. Before we continue with this session, I would love for them to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Saji Okikiola. I'm a youth advocate, and this topic matters to me because I see how many people struggle and suffer with parental fear and
exactly. Thank you so much for being here, Mariam Okiki. It is an honor to have you here on our show. What about you?
Hello, my name is Rukoya. I'm an entrepreneur. I've personally faced no's from my family, but I've learned to push through everything, and I'm very excited to share my experience.
Well, we're really glad to have you here. I can't wait to listen to all your stories, and I can't wait to for us to have a very deep discussion on this topic because it's one that really affects youth. And I think that when other youth talk about an issue that affects us, it will help them know how to move on from it. Okay, so now let's start. How many lives do you think are still on pause because of a no that was never healed? What do you guys think is behind those no's?
Honestly speaking, for me, I feel like most of the no's that come from parents are like from love and protection. I feel like their fear is like a risk of failure. Sometimes their view are clouded with cultural traditions of success.
Yes.
And sometimes they just feel like protecting their children, but they don't know that they are limiting their children from the whole experience.
Thank you so much. That was really beautiful. That was really deep and insightful.
For me, hearing no was very tough. My parents never understood my dreams, and sometimes it felt like rejection from their end. But gradually, I learned to realize that they were actually protecting me from certain hardships, but also limiting me from soaring higher.
Well, thank you so much. That was really beautiful. I love the way that you guys speak from personal experiences, and then you explain that, okay, this, regardless of the fact that their no's affected you in one way or the other, they still love you, and you can sense that it's just a way for them to protect you. Now moving on to the next question. How does that no affect young people beyond just the immediate moments? What kind of silent fears or doubts can it create?
For me, I've faced a lot of rejection from my parents saying, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that. And it does lead to self-doubt. Oh, I can't, because they said, no, I can't do something like this.
Exactly.
I can't time you.
Limiting you.
Limiting you. And when you do, like, go outside and you say new things to try, you can't do them because when we say no, and then you say no, you'll be, sometimes you can even need to fear because you'll be scared to do this kind of thing because, oh, that no has created fear in you that you can't even try anything at all. So if you do go out and I want to experience something like that, like that fear is going to hold you. I even though they have it in their best interest with the whole you can't do this, you can't do that. I feel like some parents should know that, oh, that child is going to grow. That child is going to experience a lot of things here. So it is very like nice to just let them see their things. Let them explore, don't limit them.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Mariam. Rukaya, what is your take on this?
Okay, thank you for that wonderful question. I remember times that I was scared to actually push through it a lot of things because I was scared that my parents are going to feel disappointed in whatever I act like because of that stigma of no, oh you can't do this, oh you know you can't do that.
Exactly.
So there are sometimes I'll be like, okay, let me try this something new. But then I'll think, oh, my parents might be like, it's not going to work out. What if it eventually not works out? I'll not feel like I have disappointed them because they were actually right. So them saying no actually limits me a lot from doing things now. The no wasn't just a word, it became a voice of fear in my head, and it really pulled me back from attaining a lot.
What you just said now really stood out to me. You said the no wasn't just a word, it was a fear that lives in my head. Do you know how powerful that is? It really shows the effect that parents actually have on their kids. It's not only a matter of, oh, you're telling them no, you're protecting them. This actually creates a fear that is rooted deeply into them. And as they grow and keep on growing, that fear limits them. Not only in social settings, it also limits them from like looking for things that they are genuinely happy about. Is it in work? Is it a creative
Idea,
skill or something? It's very, very limiting, and I'm so glad that you guys are talking so deeply about this. So now moving on to the next question. This is real talk. How can youth begin to heal from this? What are some of the first steps towards moving past a no without guilt or resentment?
I myself would recommend having honest conversations with your parents. Openly talk to them, express yourself, tell them how you feel. But I won't only limit it to the youth. I feel like some parents too, when you feel like when you say no, give your reasons for saying no.
Exactly.
When you give your reasons for saying no, it brings up a conversation, and both you and your child can have that conversation on, okay, why did you say no? Me, I will not tell you, oh, this is what I feel about it. You have an open and like honest conversation. And I feel like it's also like important to seek support from family and outsiders, like counselors, friends, and others. So it helps.
Very true, very true. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Rukaya, what's your take on this?
Definitely for me, taking small steps helped a lot. A little process every day. Also learning to forgive my parents and forgiving myself, and also having that idea that whatever I'm doing, I shouldn't feel guilty for it. I shouldn't feel like, oh, maybe what my parents are going to feel is going to like limit me. It's okay to want to own your own path, and you don't have any reason to carry on the guilt of like owning a part of your own and not following the directions of your parents.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was beautifully said. Okay, so moving on to our next question. For those who still fear disappointing their parents, how can they balance respect for their family with pursuing their own path?
So, you know, it's about setting healthy boundaries with love and respect. I'm not saying that you should disrespect your parents. That's how you can talk to your parents.
Exactly.
With them.
Exactly.
And you have to give respect to them with love. Just make compromise, right? Or you can actually go through that action and show them that, oh, I went through this.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So when you do something like that, they'll be like, okay, maybe he or she can actually do it. That fear won't be in them again. But let's not like it comes from a place of fear and protection. So when you do something like that, when you disagree with them, disagree, not disrespect, when you disagree with them and you tell them that, oh, just because you have this view,
yes,
I also have my view. Yeah, and you go through that action, you do what you want to do, and they feel like, oh, it actually worked. Their fear was just
it wasn't something that they were.
It
was not necessary.
It wasn't necessary. Yeah. They will know that, okay, you can actually handle yourself. You can actually handle yourself.
Thank you so much. Okay, Miss Rukaya, what do you have to say on this?
For me, I started by showing off responsibility in little ways. I started showing them that, oh, I can actually achieve my things, like things for myself independently. For example, when I first started a business, my parents didn't know anything about it. Because normally they'll be like, why do you want to go into a business? Am I not giving you money? Are you not getting allowance? What's the need of it? And stuff like that. But they don't know that there are other things that I would need and want, but I don't really have to ask.
Exactly.
Or I'll feel sometimes I'll be like, oh, should I ask, should I not ask, and stuff like that. Or sometimes I'll feel like if I ask them, they might be like, that is unnecessary, and actually reject that.
But it's important to you.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, let me start a business. So I think then I was 17. So I got my 17th birthday money. So it was from there I was like, okay, let me just start something. Then I started lip gloss. Starting to get lip gloss. I started selling. When I sold this up, then I called her. I was like, oh, mommy, this is what I did. I got money. Then from there she was like, started trusting me that okay, you can do things now. Even the business I'm running now, she was the one that gave me the capital for it.
Because
so you see, gradually by trying to like break the barriers little by little on your own, they'll actually eventually start trusting you enough to start giving into some of your decisions.
It was honestly so beautiful. It's the way you started from, you grew with the fear of not being able to openly speak about something that you wanted to do, but then gradually getting used to you being able to take care of yourself on your own. That's inspiring. Okay, and that takes us to the next question. Okay, please can you share a moment when you overcame the no and did something for yourself that your parents didn't initially agree with?
Okay, I'm going to relate that with my field of study. So I got admission to study educational management. And when we did do the research about school educational management,
Yeah, exactly.
they want to become teachers. And yes, we are in the field of education. I know I'll bring it on Nigerian problem. Teachers are not getting paid directly, and that. But actually, I myself, I actually like to go. They wanted me to go for something like accounting, medicine, pharmacy.
Pay rent.
Yeah, so, but that wasn't me.
Obviously.
My brain capacity, no. So, but they were like, oh, if I should do the course, I'm on my own. They didn't think I had that, like the confidence to do it.
Exactly.
And they were like, no, I can't do it. But I told them, like, I can do it. If the field, the course is not that bad. So I went for the course. First semester, second semester, 100, 200 level, came out with good results. Okay, they were like, okay. And then everything we did in our 400 level first semester, they call it CP. In practice, we have to go to school and actually teach.
Okay.
So definitely videos were made when I was teaching, and they saw those videos and they saw, oh, I was actually good at it. I was actually happy when I was doing it. So they were like, oh, you could actually do it because it's not that bad. Exactly. It's actually very good. So I think that whole thing just changed their perspective, saying that I could do it and I was happy and it wasn't that bad. It was actually nice. So
I love that for you. I love that you're able to not necessarily fight them, but just stand your ground and say, this is exactly what I want. Mommy and Daddy, you cannot stop me. I have to go for what I want. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. So, Kaya, what are your thoughts on this particular question?
So there was once a time I took on a risky project that my family members like disagreed on. Okay, so it was when I got admission into the University of Abuja. My parents were like, okay, I'm going to stay in the hostel. I was like, because I've heard a lot of pros and cons of the hostel, and the cons are really much. And I was really terrified of hostel in general. Like I didn't like the shit that I've been hearing. So I was like, why not take me off campus now? Because that will actually be better my own space. Because the toilet infections are crazy. Like they are really crazy.
I've heard,
and I'm a woman because it's very easy to be contacted. And girls in the hostel are very dirty. So then I told them that actually most of them are very dirty. So then the letter told me, okay, if you want to stay off campus, whatever your eyes, no parents like whatever your eyes see, it's only you that's going to access it. Then because whenever my parents tell me things like that, I'll feel bad, I'll feel guilty. I'm like, is this step really going to be a good one or a bad one? Yeah, in the beginning it was rocky. But then I started adapting, and gradually as I was adapting, and they saw that okay, yeah, she's actually doing fine, she's doing well. They can see okay, my results are not even shaking, they are still growing and stuff like that. Like okay, staying off campus wasn't really that bad. So I was able to like change their no into a yes by making them see a better light into whatever I was doing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. That was really insightful. That was really beautiful. Really appreciate that. And that brings us to our Final question, guys. It has been such an emotional and honest session with you guys. I would love for you guys to be here on another episode because of how fair and truthful you were about your answers.
Definitely. We also love to be on another session.
Okay, so now our last question is, what advice would you give to young people feeling stuck because of a no from their parents? Mariam, what would you like to say on that?
Believe in your work, believe in your dreams. Healing takes time. So your best matters. Surround yourself with people that will uplift you and believe in you. And don't hold anybody with a good job against your parents, because whatever they are doing is coming from a place of love and protection, and never stop trying.
Thank you. Rukaya, please, what advice would you give to young people going through something similar as this?
My advice to the younger generation, which also includes me, do not be afraid to take small steps. Even the littlest steps matters a lot. Like, respect your parents, but don't lose yourself. There's an amount of respect that you give to your parents, and there's an amount of limits you give them into taking decisions in your own life. Your dreams are worth fighting for. Every little imagination, every little creative instinct are worth fighting for. You keep pushing. Trust me, you'll get there. It's a slow process, but it is very sure.
Thank you so much. It was everything that every young person would want to hear, that would give them the push to actually move forward. Thank you so much. This has been the Kntv Talk Show. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Your dreams are valid. Your feelings are valid. Healing is a process. See you next time. Bye.